We are here to present our research study. But before we start, allow me to greet all panelists and all the persons who are watching behind the screen a good day. And we would like to introduce ourselves. I'm Laurrian, Cayabyab.
And I'm Daroya.
I am Marra Aquino. And I'm Crissamil Aquino.
I am Emily K. Marra. I am Zhaira Joy Panganiban. I am Daroya. I am Khate Ira Lampa.
I am Nielsen Cadinong.
And I have Marique Jr.
And
we are the group 2.
Our research topic is all about Mobile Legends, entitled The Effects of Mobile Legends on the Socialization Skills of the Grade 11 ABM 02A students of Finma University of Pangasinan. We chose this topic because Mobile Legends is currently one of the most popular games in this generation. And we all know that Mobile Legends is one of the most addictive games in the Philippines, not only in the Philippines, but for the whole world. And we want to measure the socialization skills of all students here in the Philippines.
The research problem. In this study, the researchers aim to know the effects of Mobile Legends on the socialization skills of the Grade 11 ABM 02A students of Finma University of Pangasinan. There are 4 questions to consider. First question, what is the profile of the respondents in terms of age and sex? Second question, what is the extent exposure to Mobile Legends among the respondents? Third question, what is the level of the socialization skills of the respondents? And lastly, is there a significant effect of Mobile Legends on the socialization skills of the Grade 11 ABM 02A students of Finma University of Pangasinan?
Scope and delimitation of the study. The study was carried out at Finma University of Pangasinan, Dagupan City, and cover only the Grade 11 ABM student. The range of this study was from June 2019 to October 2019, first semester in the year of 2019 to 2020. This study will be conducted to determine the effect of Mobile Legends on the socialization skills of the Grade 11 ABM 02A students of Finma University of Pangasinan. The researcher also encountered problems in terms of the target respondents.
Motivation in pursuing this study. Our motivation in pursuing this study are the students around us that are active and somehow addicted in playing Mobile Legends. We want to find out the reasons behind this addiction. And also we want to know how far can Mobile Legends affect the behavior of its users, specifically their socializations, and come up with a solution to help them.
Significance of the study. This study will be undertaken to find out the value, importance, and measure the effectiveness of this study to the behavior of Mobile Legends players. This is beneficial and has a big impact to the following. First is the community. This will serve as a guide to the community and its people to become more aware and more educated when it comes to absorbing and understanding the current trend just like Mobile Legends. Next is the school administrator. This will serve as the students' product and future references that can be added to the school library and used by their future student. Third is the teachers. This study will help the teachers for them to understand the side of their student. This will also help them to come up with new ideas to guide their students. Next is the students. The result of this study will help the students a lot by gaining knowledge about the effect of Mobile Legends to their socialization. It can also help them to know their own limitation while playing this game. For the parents, the result of this study will help the parents when it comes to supporting their children to adapt the best thing to do while being physically, mentally, and emotionally healthy. Next are for application developers. The result of this study will become a great help to application developers because they can use the idea of success of Mobile Legends to develop and improve their own game. Next is the Mobile Legends players. The result of this study will help the Mobile Legends players by giving them the knowledge about the advantage and disadvantages of Mobile Legends to their socialization. It can also help them to limit their own time while playing this game. And last, the future researchers. The result of this study will help the future researchers a lot. It can serve as future references for them when they decide to conduct the same study with the same field of research.
Research instrument. In this study, we use survey questionnaires as a research instrument. With the help of the survey questionnaires, we are able to gather data from our respondents, which is grade 11 ABM students. In this data that we gathered was for us to determine how Mobile Legends affect their socializing skills.
Data gathering procedure. Data collection is the process of gathering and measuring information on variables of interest in an established systematic fashion that enables one answer state, research questions, type hypotheses, and evaluate outcomes.
Limitations and solutions. One of the limitations of this study tackles about effects of Mobile Legends to socialization skills and exclude other online games. It is about lack of generalization when it comes to finding due to small target amount of respondents that can cause a small amount of sample size.
Societal importance of this study. How will your study contribute to the society and the body of knowledge? By providing the awareness of the advantages and disadvantages of Mobile Legends on an individual and to the people around him. It also instills the value of self-discipline and personal relationship of one person to another. The importance of technology to today's world is also highlighted.
What is your motivation for the study? Our motivation for making this study is our fellow student or teens who uses games, which is currently a trend like Mobile Legends. We want to know and understand the reason in becoming committed with this game. We also want to know the effect of online games in their socialization and come up ideas that might help them.
What is the scope of the study? The scope of this research is conducting a scientific investigations and experiments relating to the effect of Mobile Legends on students, to be able to educate and help the student by sharing knowledge about the effect of Mobile Legends to their socialization and how to balance their studies.
What limitations did you encounter? In this research, we encountered limitations in finding related studies and literatures, especially the local ones. There are just few local studies and literatures, so it takes us more time to gather it.
Why are research questions are interesting or important? Because in our topic, the effects of mobile research questions help provide the focus where the research is at. All in all, research questions is our foundation to research, and research can be both guide and uncover important discoveries to get more information to our society.
Cite the two most important sources of our work. How did they help in accomplishing your studies? The two most important sources of our work were the internet and the respondents in our survey questionnaire. The internet helped us a lot in gathering information about our variables, but using it is like using a double-edged sword. You need to read carefully and analyze everything you click because not everything you see there is true and reliable. While the respondents help us a lot in gathering information for concluding our findings about the relationship of Mobile Legends and the socialization skills of the students.
What is your research methodology and why choose this method? Qualitative research design method is used in gathering information and data that will also used in formulation of conclusion. We choose this method because in our research, we conducted survey to the student in gathering informations and ideas.
Who are the respondents? How many are they, and what was the sampling method used? There were 44 students from the grade 11 ABM 2A respondents, and the sampling method used in our study was random sampling.
What is your measurement instrument? The research instrument that has been used in our study is survey questionnaire. It is because survey questionnaire is the most popular and widely used research technique in conducting a research. And survey questionnaire is the easiest research technique in conducting a research.
What are your findings? The researchers' findings about the effects of mobile legends on socialization skills of grade 11 ABM 2A students. Their age also affects the findings because of the game, highly popular with the millennials.
What is unique about your study? The unique about our study is that we use Mobile Legends as one of the main variables. A year ago, Mobile Legends is just an ordinary new game, but its popularity grew faster than anyone expected. So we use these opportunities because we know that if we make a study about it, many people will benefit.
What is the weakest and strongest part of your study? The weakest part of our study is the chapter 2 because there's only few credible sources of the related literature in study about our variables, especially when it comes to local, while the strongest part of our study is the conclusion part because that is the where we explain all of our findings, which explain the relationship between Mobile Legends and the socialization skills of the students. Based on your findings, what are your recommendations? I recommend this study to all the parents out there. They should guide their children in the proper usage of their gadgets and support them in adapting the discipline and improvement through their socialization skills.
What is the importance of your study? The importance of this study is to let people know the effect of Mobile Legends to one's socialization. This study can help many people, especially parents, in guiding their children in playing this kind of game, since kids and teenagers are the most exploit of the game addiction.
What would you change if you were to conduct the study again? If I were to conduct the study again, I would change the range of age of the respondents into a lower one, since nowadays almost everyone, especially younger people, were into gaming, and our study would be the best fit to see how does it affect their socialization skills.
What advice would you give to yourself if you could go back to the start of your research? The advice that I will give to myself is that as a researcher possible, related literature should be at hand, which can offer more substantial research.